Hello everyone and welcome to my very first YouTube video ever. Today's topic, personal finance. That's a broad term. More specifically, the wasting of your time and money. Time and money are an interwoven fabric, kind of like space-time for anyone who studies astrophysics. They're one entity. How you spend your time definitely affects your financial situation. So, in this video, I'm covering three gross misuses of your time and money. Alright? So, this first one might stir some controversy. I know there's a lot of animal lovers out there, and you absolutely have to have your dogs or cats, and I like animals, but if you put it into context, and everything I cover in this video, I'm guilty of myself. I've misused my time and money to a point where it's beyond ridiculousness. Okay, so I had an epiphany. I got caught up in the fervor of, hey, let us show you how to get rich, and you don't have to work, and you can make money in bed. And okay, we're not there yet. Okay, I don't have any delusions of becoming rich. It'd be nice, but it takes time. But let's you have to crawl before you walk. So let's start with not being in total debt over your head. And there's three things you can eliminate from your life from grossly misusing your time and money. Okay, so one, pets. Okay, so for those of you who have to have your dogs or cats, I understand. I get it. I know a lot of people like that. My dad, for one, he absolutely loves his animals and has to have them. And, you know what I mean? I understand. But if you're one of those people who you might be considering getting a dog or a cat, and you weigh the pros and cons, listen to the cons. Okay, the time you spend cleaning up after them, taking them to the vet, not to mention the money they cost in food and the veterinary bills could be spent better. An example of my pet experience is, okay, about 3 years ago, I bought a 10-gallon fish tank. Went down to the local pet store. Not only did I not have the money for it, I burnt credit on it. So a few nights ago, I got home from work, and the day before I was off, I had just cleaned my fish tank. Spent time cleaning a fish tank that could be better spent anyway. And it started to leak somehow. I don't know if the filter backed up or the tank sprung a leak, but let me show you. Okay. Alright, so there it is, my 10-gallon fish tank that I burnt credit on just for it to malfunction. Alright. And I was sitting on the couch, and I heard water, and I'm like, oh my god. Luckily, I have a 5-gallon bucket and a rock vacuum. I evacuated the fish, sucked all the water out, and brought it into my bathroom where it's just sitting. And I'm certainly not going to get another one. For what, this to happen again? No. Alright, so pets. If you gotta have them, fine. If not, don't have pets. They're a big waste of time and money. Alright. So, second biggest time of wasting money. Hobbies. Alright, hobbies. So, a couple months ago, I thought I'd like to start building plastic models again. I built some as a kid, and I was pretty good at it. And, this is before my epiphany. Okay. So, I got caught up in the fervor. I bought my first model. I bought an airbrush, which malfunctioned. I guess I could take it to get fixed, but that's more time and money blown. So the airbrush and little compressor was about $250. All my paints, glue, tools, you're looking at another $100. The model itself was $35. So and so here's my model I built. It's a M4 A3E8 Sherman World War II American tank. Anyone familiar with the movie Fury? Okay, and so I got it built and painted and yay and all that. But I could have been spending my time better, and there's 300 more bucks down the drain on a hobby. I decided that's a pain in the butt, and it's, I could spend my time otherwise, and I'm going to be getting into spending your time wisely. This is from my perspective. There's things you can do. Study. Okay, I'm studying real estate. I don't like the career I'm in. I'm in retail, more specifically food service retail. I make a decent set or wage, I guess you say, but it's physically demanding, and it's a hostile work environment. It's craziness. I'm 45, and I've been cooking too long. I want to move on with things. So anyway, studying is a really good investment of your time. So, all right. So we've covered pets and hobbies. Big waste of money and time. All right. The ultimate, the worst allocation of your time. Video games. Video games. So here's my Xbox One. Wonderful machine. You can do more with it than play video games. You can access YouTube, for example. But you can do that on your laptop and your phone, and there's not your controller sitting there. And okay, well, enough kitty cat videos. I'm gonna play Call of Duty, which I've been on the Call of Duty train since Modern Warfare back in 2007, and I've purchased every Call of Duty game since. And they average, $40 to $60, and we're talking about Modern Warfare 2, Black Ops trilogy, World War II, and I'm not knocking Call of Duty. I've spent hours and hours and hours playing, and I think of what I could have done with that time. I could have been a realtor by now. Video games are the worst waste of your time ever. I get it, kids love them, especially with the current situation. There's not a lot to do when you're stuck in your room and blah blah blah. But when you get to a certain age, put the sticks down, put them down. A much better investment is one of these. For all the money you spend on consoles, new controllers because you're raging and threw a $50 controller and it broke. All that money you could invest in a laptop. Okay, not for gaming, but to access education. You can learn a lot free on YouTube. That's currently how I'm studying now. For free. I'm studying the vocabulary and getting familiar with what I'm going to have to do once I pay to be in school for it. So, how you spend your time and your money are crucial, and they intertwine. So I'm at a point now where I'm sitting with a bunch of wasted time and money, but I'm not going to regret it. I'm going to do something about it. Okay? So the day you drop things that waste your time and money, at least with a hobby, you have something to show. Hey, I built this tank, or I knitted that quilt, or, whatever it is. At least you have something to show. Video games, you have absolutely nothing to show. Nothing. you know. So, so use your time wisely. It's directly intertwined with your finances, and you'll find that the more you learn, the, the more valuable you are in the workplace. Just by put the sticks down, fire your laptop up, and learn something. Learn Spanish. Study whatever field you're interested in. You know. All right. So I'm gonna be producing further videos. This very first production here on YouTube ever uh, is on my phone. I do plan to invest in a camera and better rig for my productions. Um, Investing your money is different than blowing your money. You know, if you invest in something that could potentially make you money, then it's an investment. You know, I'm going to invest in a better rig. I'm going to script better videos. I want to get this first one out because that's how you start. There's a lot of successful YouTubers out there. They've shown their first video and they're terrible. You know, so I hope you've enjoyed this, my very first video on YouTube. If you'll like or even subscribe, that's great. You know, just getting started. I don't expect to skyrocket success, but you know, each subscription is closer to my goal. And if anyone's taken anything out of this video, then that's great. So leave comments. Look forward to hearing from you, and I'll see you in the next video.